Who do you think are the top 10 best supports right now? Good question. In no particular order, because I'm too tired to think about it too hard. I mean, Llama, Escoffier, Chevreuse, Bennett, Eonson, Seedlali, Farina. Oh yeah, Durin when he comes out. Durin's gonna be there. Inefa, maybe. And Sucrose. That's 10. Shilonen skipped. I'm not putting Shilonen. Farina? I said Farina. Mona? I don't know, honestly. Maybe. It's kind of hard for me to properly conceptualize how good Mona is now. Ask me again once I've tested her a bunch. You say Bennett? Yeah. I think so, at least. Yeah, like, honorable mentions would be, like, Fischl, Shilonen. You forgot? I know. Okay, buddy. Fischl, Shilonen, Mona. Is that it? Albedo? I don't think he makes that. No. Albedo's not bad, but he's also not, like, important to anyone. And he's got more conditions to work than Shilonen does. Right? Pharazon. I mean, Pharazon is an honorable mention, sure. Because, like, Pharazon provides one of the best buffs in the game, but only to bad carries. Once we get a good Anemo carry, maybe Pharazon gets a lot better. But then again, there's redundancy in what she provides and what Durin provides, so if the Anemo carry is a witch carry, very, very possible Pharazon doesn't even make their best team, right? We have had sus leaks that Varka is going to want to have, like, all witches on the team. And if that's true, then that's kind of cooked. Kinda cooked. What buff would you give to Raiden? I don't think Raiden necessarily needs a buff, honestly. I think out of the characters that aren't that good, Raiden is one of the most playable ones. But if they really wanted to make Raiden good, significantly increase the amount of energy she restores with her burst for the rest of the team. Because I think the only thing that makes Raiden, like, that properly separates Raiden from other electro carries is her ability to synergize with other damage dealers, right? Because short uptime electro carry with relatively front-loaded damage, like, Klein exists, right? So team building wise, they're kind of doing the same thing if you just buff her in that role, there's just too much overlap in her role with what Klein does, in my opinion. So I would much rather see buffs that focus on the parts of her kit that are actually different, right? And she already has a kit that is designed around being on-field while you have off-field burst damage dealers. Like, honestly, Raiden should be one of Durin's best team. If Raiden was good, Raiden should be one of Durin's best teams, right? They both have 18-second cooldown. Raiden buffs burst damage, but then they made Durin fucking restore a bunch of energy, so he doesn't need the energy generation from Raiden. And now it's kind of just like, ugh, I don't know. For pre-farmers, what's the go-to for Durin? 6-10-10 sounds good. Depends on whether you're going to play him on-field or not. If you play him on-field, you want to level normal attacks too. Personally, I'm going to get him to 9-9-10. On-field only with Bennett? Yeah. Although, technically, you can also on-field him with other characters. It's better with Bennett, but, like, I think it would be really funny to have, like, Candace or Chongyun, yeah. Is on-field Durin worth without C4 Mona? Yeah. You can also do, like, Bennett, Fischl, Yelan, and it's also pretty good. I'll have to do some testing with other Hydro options. I don't know if you get all of the Vapes you could with Yelan, so I don't know how much value Singto's providing. And Farina has slower app, so I don't know how that lines up either. But I'll do a bunch of testing on all of those teams. Shouldn't you crown his burst for energy requirements? Nah, I'm not gonna bother. Like, you can if you need the energy, but if you don't need the energy, what's the point? Like, okay, what does my Durin build look like? Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you, Durin is cool. You're probably better off just on-fielding him with non-C6 Bennett. Because, like, it's not even bad to on-field him with non-C6 Bennett. Because at least you're guaranteed to vape all of your vapeable hits. And you might be able to do, like, Mona, Fischl, Bennett, and, like, quick swap between Mona and Durin. Right, like, swap back to Mona for Hydro app, then back to Durin for Bennett buff, then back to Mona for Hydro app, then back to Durin for Bennett buff. But pretty much all the on-field Durin teams, I need to do more testing before I'm confident in them. Anyways, let's take a look at what my Durin build is going to look like. I haven't actually looked at that at all yet. So, noblesse. 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 My noblesse artifacts suck ass, by the way. So that will be a problem. Should I strongbox noblesse? No. No more strongboxing. Especially not for a set that's not going to be best in slot on him anymore a patch from now. Noblesse is best for Durin. Watch the pre-release. But sometimes. I was watching the Durin video yesterday and he said he's in Kenich's best team. Yansan, Emily, Durin, Kenich. Is C6 Yansan necessary for her to be better than Bennett in that team? I think so, yeah. If you have C1, Bennett is probably better, yeah. But yeah. So like if I have him on Noblesse, I have to yoink from my Molani build if I want to use this. No, that's not what Molani's supposed to be on anyways, so it's fine to yoink. That was on... I think that was on Mawika. When she was on my Cinder City Mawika build. And then I yoinked Mawika's... and then I had Mawika on the Cinder City support build with this circlet. And then I min-maxed my Molani build. And then I played Mawika, so I yoinked the codex from Molani. And that's how this ended up on Molani. Yeah, okay. I don't think I have a Pyro Goblet from Noblesse. Yeah, I don't. So we're gonna have to go... What about attack? Do I have an attack goblet? No, I also don't. Okay. So we go off piece there then. This is acceptable. Is this ever a reroll target? Honestly, yeah. This could be a reroll target, honestly. It's already starred, too. This would be better otherwise, though. They're both pretty good, honestly. It's a lot of flat attack. I guess I don't have any ER on these, though. Which might be a problem. 15 ER with 3 offensive rolls. Yeah, this is where the problem kicks in. My feathers on Noblesse are really bad. That could be good, I guess. That's a 4-liner that has 2 max rolls of crit. And a max roll of ER. Never mind. Then this, that's 6 rolls. 4 rolls. I think that's 5, actually. That's pretty good, but it's like, ugh. That's fine. I guess we go this. And yeah, we're gonna have to be like Omega cooked on this one. Probably go this. And then I don't really want to yoink this. That's the problem. You still want ER on Durin. You want a little bit. But it depends on the team. It just I want to have a build I don't have to change all the time. So having a little bit of ER is gonna help with that. Speaking of which, I guess I could just use this, right? Because I don't want to yoink my really good goblets. Because usually this one's on Mawika, this one's on Arlecchino, or the other way around. And the more characters I have that want to yoink these, the more gearing I have to do, and the more annoying that is. So leaving him on this will be fine, honestly. This is like an acceptable build, I guess. It's fine. His Ascension stat is crit damage, right? Not crit rate. So this should be fine. It's not ideal. Man, this piece pisses me off. And then the feather is, like, really pathetic. Fucking 5 rolls. Oh! Oh, wait, that's attack. I didn't notice that was attack. What the fuck? Okay, wait, maybe this one's better than... Wait, that's attack. Wait, that's not bad, actually. Our crit ratio looks worse now, but I think the build is better. Alright, because we're at... I guess we don't have any attack percent here. And we could change to this if we need ER, I guess, which is nice. Alright, but we have 1, 2... 7. I mean, that's basically another roll of attack percent and a half, you know? Like 70 flat attack? Like, fuck, bro, we're at 9 already. So we basically have about, like, 8 to 9 rolls of attack. Should get to a decent amount of attack percent. I think we get to 2500 with Pyro Resonance. Actually, no, because I'm gonna be using an attack weapon, right? So I'm always gonna be at 2500, even without Pyro Resonance. I think. No Wolf Fang, no. I don't buy Battle Pass. At C0, Columbina gives 50% lunar reaction bonus, 50% attack. Interruption resistance for... What? Element-based IR? Huh? That's so funny. Sandrone was really fucking pissed off. So Columbina had to soothe her a little bit. I guess. I swear, there's nothing going on between me and Arlecchino. I promise. I promise. By the way, if that's real, right? 50% attack plus 48 from TTDS. If that's not Gleam reliant, we have our new best Skirk support. But it's probably gonna be Gleam reliant actually, so never mind. Chat, remember when everyone thought Columbina was gonna count as 2 for Gleam? When we had the leaks that showed the code that had a tag of like Columbina equal like 20,000 units and other characters being 10,000 units. But actually it wasn't Columbina, it was the fucking like Selenic Chronicles thing. It wasn't Columbina, the character was Columbina, the fucking like lore. Honestly, that's like probably one of the best leaks we've had. Like in terms of like entertainment value. Like that's a banger leak, actually. I used Maoika Loma official client to check the difference between quicken burn and burning. I got overloaded and aggravate on both. Am I missing something? Yeah, you are. It's pretty much impossible for you to not get quicken burning with Fischl. Even by herself, Klein ends up with a good amount of electro application, so it's very possible you end up triggering quicken just with her, because Maoika's app isn't that fast.
Leave. Loaded.
Oh, we got one quicken there. Yeah. As you can see, we're not getting any aggravates.
Rise into the shadows.
And now we are. And we're getting a lot of aggravates. Basically, if your electro application, is fast enough that you can apply electro 3 times at least in between each pyro hit, you'll be triggering quicken. And when the quicken aura is burning instead of the burning aura, each hit of electro triggers aggravate. Like each reaction, each application of electro. So if you are at less than 2 electro apps or less per pyro app, you get 0 aggravates. If you're at 3, you get 3 aggravates. So you get 1 aggravate per electro app, but only if you're at 2 or at above 2. Right? That's why it doesn't work with Xiangling. You get like 0 aggravates, but you get a lot with Maoika here. When you start using Klein E as well, even on Xiangling, you might end up getting some. We got... Actually, I don't think we got a single one there. We got a bunch of quickens. Oh, we got 1 aggravate, I think, there. That's because Klein electro application is not... It's not like... It doesn't happen at set intervals. It's like kind of weird. But... We got a couple aggravates, but not a lot. Whereas with Maoika, we got pretty much everything that could be aggravated.